All right. Hello there. Welcome to another Starfield stream. Hopefully my game doesn't crash because it was doing weird stuff. Why are you acting is all on? Hello there, Paul. How goes it? Oh, what am I hitting? Right, that's not gonna work. Let's up to the hard target. Oh, 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 whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my god, what oh, 0.46G. Is that a mod for the cutter? No, that's the Magstorm. Either might be DLC soon. I've seen some rumors. Has anything popped up recently? Hello there, Elevated. Welcome. See, Steam DB is like a fickle mistress because they've been modifying it like crazy. And truth be told, I don't even know what it fully means. When I know it means they're like changing stuff. I mean, there's... I hope so. I'd love to see some content drop. Personally. Oh my god. Come on. Who is shooting me? Level... There we go, gotcha. Someone's like shooting me like explosive rounds. Let me actually, hold on now. Settings, gameplay option. Environmental damage off. I'm wearing a spacesuit, goddammit. Should... Don't make any noise. Well, that did nothing. God damn. Need to like get some weapons. Hello there, Styles. Welcome. I seriously can't tell if like my game's just foobar or like I see like, oh, that was lightning. Guns do such less damage than I would expect. Oh shit, did I hit you? Oh no, I'm sorry, don't shoot them, please. All of where the DLC drops, I have something to play. I think there's an update supposed to be coming out next week or this week, technically. Alright, I don't know how anyone can use a hard target. My god, firing 5 rounds. Jesus Christ. Come here, pirate cutthroat. Never mind, pirate cutthroat. I'm gonna do a reinstall of the game. Is doing an uninstall and reinstall, does that like get rid of all sorts of rogue mods and stuff? Monday the 24th. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Hopefully it fixes the performance. See, I haven't played Fallout 4 on on PC. And I don't know if it's just normal, but my god, the performance is abysmal. Hello there. Picked up the mod for Titanfall weapons. So the... wait a minute. The Titanfall weapons I would love to check out, but because they're only on Xbox and not PC, on the creations, I tend to kind of stay away from them. Just because I feel like a lot of my audience... Okay, we're pressing the lodge button. We're gonna go back and make a gun, because my god, this is painful. Just because I feel like a lot of my audience just like quick and easy. I don't usually like linking Nexus versions. I think I did like once or twice in the past, but it never really did anything. Alright, we got a Beowulf, we got a microgun. Old Earth shotgun, a Razorback. Tombstone, that's a question. Rune Inflictor. Hello there, Temple. I don't know. They just put it on Xbox, and it's very rarely mod authors do that. It's usually the other way around, which is even more weird. Like, there's a few mod authors that put their creations only on PC, and it's like, what? Just use Nexus. Yeah, no, they look... The thing is, because you sent it to me, Elvin, I was really excited to check it out. And then I, like, looked, and I was like, why? Why is it Xbox only? Seems like a few YouTubers have heard possible Starfield update. I only... Oh, shit. I only know what the rumor going around is. That rumor being that there is supposedly something coming. I'm not sure... Oh, I got a lot of guns. I'm not sure when or where. Well, no, I don't think there's any difference between PC creations and Nexus. I think it's just a case of maybe mod authors think that, like, that people that are using... maybe they think that, like, a lot of creators, if they're on Xbox, they're going... Or if they're on PC, they're going to be using Creation Club. Or, sorry, Nexus. Need to show something. It's been a year. Yeah, they do need to show something. I know little bits, but I don't really know, like, what's true and what's not true, because, like, I don't like, I speculate on occasion, but, like, when it comes to rumors and stuff, in Starfield, I, like, generally don't look too... Hello there, Wiz. I don't look too deeply at them, but I will say I'm a little bit... let me just grab all these weapons and dump them in the storage box. What? Oh, it put them in the storage box? Weird. Well, the Terran Armada is going to be the one coming soon. Just like the end tunnel, we probably should get out of the way just in case. But yeah, to be completely honest, hello there. Yeah, there's rumors circulating around like this and that. I don't know. I hope the rumors are true. We now know a new DLC has been uploaded. Interesting. See, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? I don't know, like... So there's been a few games over the years that I've, like, kind of kept, like, track on, you know, like, when they get updates and stuff. And generally speaking, game companies, if they want to, they can kind of hide information. But, like, the fact that, like, all of the stuff that Bethesda have been doing, and if, like, what you're saying, Big Bang fan, is true about like the thing, why don't they just come out and say it? You know, instead of us like speculating and wondering. Like again, it. I know like we're probably on the eve, and I might say eve like not in a literal sense, more in a figurative sense. I don't think it's coming out tomorrow. Who knows though? But like I just feel like maybe Gary knows, but he sure. Hello there, negligent. But yeah, just tell us stuff instead of us having to jump through hoops, preferably. All right, we need some guns. You know, I don't think I've ever used the Grendel very much. I'm gonna grab a Grendel. Loves them hoops. What hoops? Oh. I don't be disrespecting her. She's the only vendor that doesn't talk to you for fucking 10 years. You could see them doing the Game Awards surprise announcement on Tuesday at the Game Awards. I mean, I'm hopeful. The Game Awards is, I've always seen it as very pro PlayStation, so it would be kind of funny. Like me and Mary came back from vacation and went back on it. What do you mean, Paul? Like, I know the community manager has been kind of probably working overtime trying to deal with all this stuff with Fallout. See, like, you would think that, and again, I'm not 100% sure, but, you would think that, I don't know, that maybe they do have, like, community managers for Starfield, versus community managers, like, you know, like one for each franchise, or each franchise? Is that the word? No, that's not the word. One for each, you know, one for each, basically, yeah. Words. Alright, I need, is there even materials here? This is gonna be problematic. Do we have resources? Oh, we do, kind of, not really. Oh, well. When does Skyrim get 100 gig bond space? To be honest with you, you're probably better off not worrying about that with Skyrim. Just because, what do I need? Fuck. Okay. Let's do some console commands. What's a tech barrel? Okay, I didn't know there was a tech barrel. Like, if Skyrim was to get it, it would just be another kind of, more than likely they would break the game. Now, look, not saying that might happen, but to be honest with you, if you, where's she been all this time? Sarah hasn't any attention for 11 months. The thing is I don't think it's necessarily her fault or any of the verified creator, or sorry, verified, any of the community manager's fault. Ultimately, they can only say what Bethesda allows them to say, and Bethesda is letting them say nothing. That's what I mean. Like, hello. There we go. That was weird. I think they do tend. I think they share. You know, roles. Which, I mean, look. Realistically, is there a point having a community manager for Starfield if it's going to be a kind of a thing where updates are going to be few and far between? Probably not. Better off just having a kind of a general like kind of community manager overall. I do feel for community managers though, because like it's not their fault. Like people get frustrated because they're supposed to be kind of the first line. Nothing about the fixing the exiting bug they added. I'm hoping that it will be a case that they will just fix it. Fishing on Neon, oh Jesus. Hello Killzone, by the way. Criminal Horizon probably violate every law known to the UC. Sir. Puzzle break. The other thing too is, yeah, like they're kind of supposed to be the ones, Tungsten, that kind of, you know, the go-between. The problem is when Xbox, or when Bethesda are saying and doing nothing. They're kind of left in a bit of a shit situation where it's like, well, what can we say? Nothing. Nothing really. Standard magazine, armor piercing magazine. Ba 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 ba. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if anybody else has that issue. Maybe it's just me, but I find that whenever I launch Fallout 4, it brings up the Windows Xbox like kind of syncing, and I have to manually exit out. See, I was kind of under the assumption, Big Bang, that they were going to do something like that. Really? Really? There's no. Really? God damn it! Why is there no faster fire rate per help? We need tantalum. But yeah, I was kind of under that impression too, that they were going to use 70 or. Well, see, realistically, with Fallout 3 Anniversary, they're probably going to hold it off now, and wait, because you've got the Fallout Anniversary Edition, which look, it's well, it is what it is. Yeah, they've got like the Fallout Anniversary Edition, that is what it is, and they're probably going to wait for with Bitter Springs coming with 76, they're probably just going to be waiting a little bit. Maybe they might drop it at the end. Who knows? Probably not. The spray. Oh, I thought you said pains, but I was like, what? Isn't that what they call a mod? Very quickly. Yeah. RL3 and Fall 3 is covered, so they choose RL4, Fall 4, my pain. People worth. It was worth. What do you mean it was worth 3,000 credits? Hello there, Jakob, by the way. I don't think we're getting Fall 3 anytime soon. How are they gonna get Liam Neeson back? Oh, I would wager. I would wager that the Fallout 3 Anniversary Edition is done, Paul. I would say that it's probably, hello there, Dong. It's in like the final, stretch. Starfield weapon trade IDs. I think it's better PlayStation players. And that's the thing, is like I've never had, like, obviously when I used to review, the Starfield stuff, I never had any issues with PlayStation players asking me questions because not on it. But like I've noticed now, like, there's a lot of people like are like, is this on PlayStation? And like, it really sucks because it's not on PlayStation. And like, there's not much else like that we can do, and I feel for them. Is it A mod or O mod? It's A mod. I feel like it's always Bethesda. Will they ever sort this stuff? Probably not. FEAO. We want the final one. Shattering. F4. 557. Then what is that fire? 7.7? Yeah, it's help. 7.77 for ammo. Give me 1 second, sorry. I'm not good at typing and talking. 4A D 3E. There we go. Limit for Xbox with 4-star. No, that's probably the best shout. Elevated. I think I will say, so see, the thing with like Fallout 4 is like you lose when that location has the Chinese stealth suit. When you looted the military checkpoint and said I was expecting better loot, when? In the thingy review? I must I must have missed it. My bad. To be honest, when I'm like, I no longer, because of how I do my reviews now, I no longer tend to look around too much. I'm like, 'cause, the save's gonna get deleted anyway. I have a couple of videos. I will say some of I really like the alien weapons. I'm gonna do like videos just kind of showcasing them. So I feel like, look, I think the Pip-Boy skins and the armor skins, they're kind of, you know, they're whatever. I don't think anybody's really going to be that hyped for them. But like the weapons and stuff that come with the creation bundle, it's like pretty nice, you know? It gets the job done. We got some ship parts this week. Oh, you mean Mattia? I'm still really bad. But yeah, like if you're a PlayStation fan and you want to really get into, like, you want to get into the modding scene, it's either buy, it's either just sit it out, buy an Xbox, and go that route, or spend more and buy a PC. But realistically, the way it seems to be going, is that like Xbox, I see what you mean, Wiz. Jesus Christ, this is gone as abysmal. It seems the way it's going that like anybody who's going to be using the creation or the script extender and stuff, like if Bethesda is going to be constantly updating their games now, and like realistically, with Fallout 4 having access to paid mods, I don't know how updates will work, because I know in the past the way Bethesda used to get around the whole issue with their Creation Club content was they would do an update to the PlayStation version of the game that would add the items into the game, like with the patches and stuff. I don't know if Xbox also had those updates, but like either way, I feel like going forward for the next, I don't know, for the next, like, for I don't know how long, that you don't want to get too comfortable with your like perfectly modded save game, because more than likely Bethesda are going to break it. The Hellfire armor is very cool. Like, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that I'm pretty sure. I don't even think it's that. I just think Sony have, well, I think it's, I want to find out what mod I downloaded that like broke my fucking my enemies like damage numbers and stuff, because this is not normal. I think it's more so Killzone. They're afraid after the big, and again I don't know 100%, after that, like the many times PlayStation had those hacks that basically, yeah, I think they're just more afraid of stuff like that happening. I think that's kind of why Xbox, like, or kind of why, you know, like with the script extender and stuff, kind of why we probably won't see like some sort of script extender for Xbox, because again, the script extender opens up a lot of things that your game can't normally do, and it allows your game to talk more to your device, I believe. Bum, 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 bum. Let's go grab another gun.
There's something to be said for I'm sure you already know there's no one-size-fits-all solution for personal firearms.
What do you mean updates are coming close together? See, the reality of it, the reality of it is now, Big Bang, is because, you know, basically paid creations are like part of Bethesda's new model and stuff. Because of that, updates are going to be more frequent, and like I don't blame like the, you know, the people doing the script extender, because like what's the point, you know, like updating the script extender if the game is just going to update again and again and again. You just kind of have to go with it and hope to baby Jesus. We'll try this one. I like good fucking guns. you're better off not. I gotta pretend to be not all good styles. You're better off not Killzone just because. And look, don't get me wrong. Like Stripped Extender could do some really fucking cool shit, but you're always like if you stick to just creation mods specifically, or even just mods that don't need any sort of stuff. Generally speaking, when the game updates, you're less likely for it to break.
You don't need to wear your helmet all the
Hello there, Druid. Welcome. I'm not wearing my helmet, right? We're gonna really quickly go to Aquila City because I want to buy a I want to modify that, the grenade launcher. I do think Sony should just chill though. Like, be pro-consumer for once. Like, although saying that, they're not fucking very pro-consumer because, like, I don't know if any of you guys remember, but back in the day, there used to be a big fucking issue between Microsoft and Xbox and PlayStation of, like, exclusives, not only exclusive not only exclusive games, but exclusive content. Like, Destiny 1 got unique armor and unique exotics. Remember Battlefield 1, or Battlefield 3 had, like, early access to, like, maps and stuff and shit like that. Wiz, he's talking about Fallout.
Outlaws, Ashta. I don't do payment plan. Don't make me regret.
But they've kind of like been doing it again, which is like really annoying. Like I was obviously the new Battlefield, very fun. It was like double XP that came out last week, I think. PlayStation got it like a day early, which look, a day early means fucking nothing for most people, but it's like, are we really going back to that kind of, situation? Which is unusual for Bethesda, but then realistically they needed to. They can't have Fallout 4 flop. It's not Starfield. They expose themselves massively by having issues with Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition. Like, you ask gamers Starfield, most people probably laugh and not know too much.
That bad, can it?
The UC's not bad at all.
I think you'll find that we carry fine weapons of every gun gets.
Using scrap mods actually break apart the player home. Yeah, I like the scrap everything mods. They're very cool. Called. What is it called? Bridger. Specialized Advanced Bridger. Alright. We're gonna modify a Bridger, see how good it is. Nah. Hello there, Lee. Which was the reason why Xbox bought Bethesda. Sony wanted to make Starfield. See, I need to look up more information on that because I heard people saying that. Hello, Nomo, but I'm not really 100% sure. Hello there. That's what people are talking about, Davey. Were just talking about that, like the speculation of it might happen. Will it happen? Who fucking knows? I will say what I do know, and it's very limited. But put it, hello, United. What I do know, when it does come out, I'm going to have to do some digging because if what is currently circulating is true, I'm very pissed off with Bethesda. Very pissed off, and that's all I'll say about that because, again, I don't know what's true and what's not true regarding kind of Bethesda stuff. Well, the thing is Sony would, because they, Sony are kind of that. Well, I don't know, saying that now, like they've kind of changed their tune when it comes to exclusivities. Like all of the PC is getting the best of everything, they're getting exclusives on every fucking game, which is really cool. I am very happy. Why does that look so weird? All right. She got quickly offended by my language. All right. Apologies to your mother. I mean, if she was getting offended from Irishness, I'd be like, get in line. Suppressor, compensator. Also, what's the difference? I don't know. Finding a hot bit of salami in a box of them. Good boss. Got space AK. Velocity. High. See, I wonder, like, stat-wise, is hair trigger better so we get an extra... No, the 10% damage would be better than... We'll go high power. Receiver, fully automatic. Help. So we need microsecond regulator. Or misc. Yeah, it's just annoying though. We're out here like, Bethesda, please give it. Why is it locked? Uh-oh. Hello there, Rory. Like, Bethesda, please give us something. We need it. And they're like, no. You'll get nothing from us and you'll be goddamn happy. Why does this one have hair trigger? Yes, the fire rate goes by 1. That's definitely nice. So I think the general gist, what I got from my little my question I put out a while ago about, like, what did I miss? We need platinum. It just works. I think if any content comes out, I'll definitely be doing playthroughs and stuff, like recorded playthroughs. And then I'll probably give it a week before I, like, stream all of it specifically. Nintendo versus Sega. See, I know Nintendo and Sega are very, you know, which make games good. That makes sense. Okay, I was gonna say, like, I feel like that statement can be a little bit not very true in all senses, but the fact you're saying the hardware is, like, unique and stuff, that's very valid. Let me weapon. All right, so we need to put you there. Put you there. I'll put you there. Bum. What does it shoot? 6.5? Like, yeah, the 4 ammo. Although I think the PlayStation 3 probably sold more. The PlayStation 3 as a console was pretty fucking abysmal. And Bethesda games ran horrendously on it. Fallout, Oblivion, Scout... Oh, too much. Did not work. Hello there, Hollow. Alright, so we need to A-mod you. So, what's good stats to put on a Bridger? See? Right, so what do we got? We got anti-personnel. Berserker Dissembler doubles the mag capacity. That's probably the best one to put on that. H3B. Corrosive crippling. Volta rounds are designed for bigger punch. 3% damage while aiming. That's probably the best one. Or, yeah, 122 F1C. And the final one, concussive, small chance to knock down target. That's what I want. FDC. And then what do we need? We need ammo. Action input. Again, I wanted to spoiler people. That's the thing, yeah, because I feel like even when I streamed it, when I streamed Shattered Space, like I think the first couple of days I didn't even stream it specifically. Because the thing too is like with any sort of like games like that, I will go radio silent. Just because although it's not really story mode. Look, I mean, it's probably not going to spoil too much, but I'll have to, this time around, we'll have to watch the Discord stuff, make sure there's no one kind of ruining anything. But I'll probably play through it really quickly as fast as I can. And then probably, I'd say like a couple of days later, I'll stream it. Stream going, oh shit, I'm over encumbered. Oops. But again, we don't even know what it is. Put it this way, from what what the rumors are saying, it's going to be paid. Hey, did you hear news about Starfield? There's something in the works, and that is what fuck knows keeps getting YouTube. Hello, Nolroth. What do you mean, Hollow? There is something in the works, supposedly. Alright. Attempt number fucking how many at trying to kill these fucking bounty hunters?
I am opening fire.
Yeah, because supposedly, and again, it's all speculatory, but supposedly Bethesda are going back to a paid model. What the fuck just hit me? Which I've said from the beginning. I think most people would have no problem giving Bethesda money. Is it a fucking star? That's a star. I think that if the rumors are to be if the rumors are true, Alien, it's coming a lot sooner than 2026. Don't you dare fucking hit me. Yeah, look, does anybody else play it Extreme? It's been a long time since I've like looked at damage numbers, but I swear, like, usually enemies don't, like, they're not that tanky. No, not a, well, kind of. It's one of Chaos Nerb's mods that adds like extra bounty missions. The bounty terminal. I know it is 5 weeks away at this point, but I think if the rumors are to be believed, there could be something coming in the next week or two. Extreme mods. Well, I don't have any mods that make it more challenging. That's the weird thing. Like, usually in the past, the way Extreme used to work is that enemies are bullet spongy to an extent, but very few enemies take more than a few shots of a good weapon. And the only thing that can really one-tap me is melee character, or like melee like enemies, like, you know, like Xenos and Magstorm weapons. And there's a load of mods, obviously, I've turned on and off. And I feel like one of them did something it shouldn't. I've been playing Extreme Starfield since I started streaming, like, years. What, the last year, the year before? And something just feels off. Don't make promises Bethesda can't keep. Oh, I ain't promising anything. I'm just going off of what the rumors are. Bum, ba, bum. Ow. What do you mean by on the fence? Like, it's definitely happening. But you mean like whether or not you're gonna play Fallout? Was there anything good at it? It'll fix it. It'll fix the majority of issues, but it's not gonna fix everything. Something's gonna, like, creep through. You just gotta pray to baby Jesus it doesn't affect you. To be honest, because Starfield, or because Fall Anniversary now has, like, paid mods tied to it, I think Bethesda are going to be far more aware of, you know, like, what's broken and try to fix everything to get things as smoothly as possible. I spend too much time in the cockpit. What do you mean for free? They're not going to charge for bug fixes. Even EA wouldn't do that. The latest, the paid mod next week will be like, for 400 credits. Paradox does apparently. Well, if Stellaris-wise, I think kind of. I mean, fucking, I went to download Stellaris because apparently it got an Xbox Series X update like last month. And there's like more DLCs. Like there's like, I stopped playing like right around where there was like the 7th seasons of DLCs. Now there's like they're doing seasons again. And look, I really enjoy Stellaris. And like, to be honest with you, I like that they like update the game. Oh, you meant survive. Why? What? Oh, okay. Yeah. Fair. But to be fair, you could, that point could be made about Stellaris too. You like also a game called Zoopunk. They're an Xbox exclusives, obviously. Tides of Annihilation. What sort of games are they? Yeah, I know. I remember you saying that now, Dong. Paradox for being such a kind of a small studio in terms of, like, you know, they have a lot of pretty big games. Like they do, what was that game? Incest Simulator? Based around the Middle East. That's not actually what it's called. Flippy really liked playing it. There's a Crusader Kings, I think it is. It's like a real-time kind of strategy going around Europe. Little mini factions and like houses and families and nobles. Tried playing it, played horrendously on the Oh, they did City Skyline, the game that, like, even a 5090. Hello there, Michael. Welcome. Apparently exterminating the neighborhood. You would expect an explosive weapon to do way more damage. The bug planet. head back to the ship. Fallout 4 is getting the Ramen rifle as a free mod. Oh, is it? Is this now? Is this a free verified creation, or is it just like a free mod? But with the AA-19, if you use vanilla weapons, I hate the vanilla guns. Maybe I'm a fool, but I think what could have helped with that is if they said we are announcing Season 2 DLC for Fallout to make time for us because we have something to play. I mean, we have stuff to play, you know, like you don't. I mean, I get what you're saying. I mean, that's kind of what they're kind of implying with the Fallout update. You know, like bigger mod storage, paid mods becoming a thing, you know, like I feel like a lot of people will be able to play the game, and to be honest, for the most part, like some of the paid mods on Fallout 4 are quite interesting. Not all of them, some of them are fucking dog shit. Like 50 mods for a Bridger, don't know how good bad. 70 or 4570 as in like it fires 4570 rounds. There's a mod author that does like Mass Effect style weapons where they basically just modify vanilla weapons to fire more, and it turned the Bridger into the Claymore. The Claymore in Mass Effect just a single fire shotgun, and it's really fucking cool. Missions, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to reinstall Starfield tomorrow. Infiltration, burn the heretical writings. Started playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I am enjoying the game, but combat can get fucked. My god. I remember playing the original and like really liked it up until the combat part. And then I lost interest entirely. And this time around, I'm kind of giving it a better go, but from what I am Googling, the game is, early on, the game is supposed to be like, you're not very trained and you get your ass kicked by everyone. I will say it's fun though. It looks amazing. Or some is a lot from because of the voice command, especially so you rely on lectures and terminals and NPCs talking to you. That's true. I mean, they can reuse a lot of the assets of the voice actor though, like saying like yes, no, hello. You know what I mean? They don't need like full-blown dialogue, and you mean you could just opt to not have dialogue too. Like, I wonder if somebody will do a free or paid mod. I mean, there probably is, but like a verified creation that removes the dialogue from the character completely and gives you like the Fallout 4 or Fallout 3, you know, dialogue tree sort of stuff. Yeah, no, a level 46 fucking Varun Zealot shouldn't take that much to... What mod is doing... Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. I wish I knew how to use Xedit, you know that? I tried downloading it, but it doesn't work for the... It doesn't seem to work for the Microsoft version of this game. Nope. I am definitely not. I don't run any overhaul mods, which is why I'm, like, frustrated, because I more than likely, one of the mods I downloaded, tweak things it shouldn't. Which is speaking of the protagonist. See, they wanted to try something different, and it's very clear that Bethesda was a bit annoyed. Oh, really? Really? It went through your legs? Like, it's very clear that, you know, Bethesda are aware that it didn't work to the extent. Like, I never minded. I thought it was kind of cool. It kind of was reminiscent of Mass Effect. Latest version of X is supposedly behind. I went on Discord and, like, downloaded Nolroth, and I got it working, but it just, trying to, like, set it up that's one of the problems with like Starfield. Like most people moving on from Starfield, like try to Google, you know, like how do you do this? And it's like just guides from like September fucking 2023. I'm not a fan of any of those sort of mods, Negligent, again, just because they tend to require a lot of, because they touch everything, they require patches. And if you want to kind of, you know, play around with other mods, you have to wait for a patch. Like, they're the sort of mods that I think are really cool when the game's lifespan is over, you know, and that way you can, you know, mod to your heart's content and not worry about the sarcastic dialogue. Was pretty fun. The fuck you tell me? Damage with explosive? Jesus Christ. I feel like I'm playing, I'm playing Dark Souls, and I don't even know what Dark Souls is. Oh. Oh. Starfield. I mean, I could just lower the difficulty. Let me just lower the difficulty. Jesus Christ, a lot of ships in that picture. Let me lower the difficulty settings. Let's put it on normal. Reloading. Ooh. I will build a ship after this. Reset I can do without failure. Well, I don't know. Failure could happen. Wee. Look what the patches, whatever needs. And that's fair. We'll definitely get more how do you do X in Starfield. That's why I think one of the more beneficial, or one of the obviously the more selfish reasons why Starfield going to PlayStation will be amazing is hopefully a lot of my older videos will kind of, you know, blow up, and then I'll be able to buy that Lamborghini. I'm joking. Getting told to go Discord. I do agree. I don't like that you should be forced to go to Discord for anything like that. It is, sadly, it is the only real option currently, which is very frustrating. Like, when it comes to anything tech-related, like, when it comes to modding and stuff, you're gonna have to, which is very annoying. Well, that's a bit better. Pew. Sure, what do you hope for Starfield and Fallout? Ship parts. Honestly, if they can just get Fallout 4 into a part where it's stable and non-problematic, I think that's pretty much it. You know, like I don't really want anything more from Fallout. I think Fallout's been feature complete since like Nuka World. All right. I mean, if that's what it takes to fix it. Bethesda doesn't usually have many Easter egg swing games aside from like Sweet Rolls. But if you listen to some of the ambient like audio, you'll hear things that are very similar, like the terminals and stuff. Surprised Nernroot's not in the game, actually. Maybe it is. Oh, the Adoring Fan, that's for the Adoring Fan, doesn't he? Actually, it doesn't exist in Fallout. Ba-ba. My god, the the recent review of that zombie mod by Probe Tech. I think I have beaten the proverbial dead horse, because like I got quite a few comments of people telling me that I don't know anything about the lore of Starfield and zombies like make perfect sense and all this shit, and I'm like, brother, what? I mean, look, zombies can fit in anywhere, but people seem to like misunderstand that my biggest issue with like anytime like Probe Tech or any mod author is like, don't make mods that mess with the vanilla base lore, you know, and don't fucking put a location right next to Aquila City. Nuka World giving us a assault rifle, something I like about it. Nuka World, I didn't like the main quest of Nuka World, but I love the town. Like, I love the layout. I loved like the park and stuff. Like, it's like, yeah, like, and I think the thing too is like people. Dragon shouts for Starfield. Zombies in space. Well, zombies could definitely work. I mean, like, if you play Shattered Space, you have like those weird kind of horrors, you know? You could definitely like do something similar to the horrors. Oh, it's very much a mod thing. Like, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I understand. I fixed your bike. It has no wheels, so you got to pay extra. It's a hover bike now. You just got to use your imagination. We'll go to destroy the stash. No. We'll go to, where are we going? Let's go to Porima, and we will go and buy a thing at Porima. Come on. Like, it's just one of these situations where I like saying that a lot. I will always be, I will defend this game to the death from people that want to take advantage of both it and people. And I think people don't understand that. It's like I'm trying, when I get angry, I'm getting angry for like the player's benefit, because I don't like people, you know, making an amateur attempt at trying to monetize gaps in the you know, in the gameplay and stuff. Only 6 humans exist. You just gotta believe. Believe they even exist. When the truth finally dawns. Greatest game created by the greatest game developers ever. You've been on that Aurora, Michael? Oh god, fucking hell. I'm not used to the gravity changing. Oh my god, 2 Gs. I didn't realize it was 2 Gs. Alright, hello there.
I'm on duty, so get the hell out of my face.
I have to walk past you to get in the door, dickhead. What are you looking at? I'll ask Santa for ship parts. Santa will probably tell you, be like, get fucked. I can work miracles and go around the country and or the world in like several hours, but I can't do that. I was playing everybody and it was okay, but then it's hell. But I think Starfield should have leaned into the weird science. You can't blow a layup. Well, I think initially they went the whole NASA punk stuff, and I thought they were going the route of like, you know, we're going to be somewhat realistic. And then with the Unity, it kind of goes not so realistic. I mean, I still think that we have to see, ultimately we have to see how Bethesda lays down their hand, you know? Like with the future of stuff.
Hey.
Well, someone had to have created the Unity.
Fine. Truth is, and don't get me wrong.
And
When May start,
I guarantee you it's not fucking humanity.
you'd think she'd care a little. Anyway,
I'd like to... What ship she ever should make it on? Ooh. Ooh. We're gonna modify that.
why not?
Why not? My truck now is popping in my head all of a sudden. It's just his voice. You're modding a ship at the Red Mile. If another ship lands, you're doing it, your ship can disappear. Well, my game is in dire straits as is. I don't think it can get any worse. Bum, bum, bum. There we go. Alright, let's modify. Alright. So there's some things there. Don't worry about RoboCop. RoboCop's fine. Let's modify this. I think the first thing we do... Well, even that, you know, you could definitely... Like, I think that that's a great avenue for, like, people if they want to do paid mods or mods that don't necessarily follow the lore currently, is just touch the whole idea of the Unity. You know, like, you go through a universe and, like, you wake up and you're like, the fuck just happened? Alright, I have some ideas. See if we can make it work. Structural, let's go all the way down to the bottom. Oh, come on. Get past bad tech. Yep, there we go. These are what I need. Or adult core. Well, I mean, we do have the adult Cora from a different universe that Bethesda kind of opted to not really mess with. Which is, again, kind of annoying, because it's like, Bethesda, what are you doing? When mods seem janky and like there's no knowledge of the game, I mean, I think so. I mean, I know India has like a lot of scam call centers and stuff, but I wouldn't like inherently just attribute like someone scamming to being of Indian origin. That's kind of slightly racist. Wait a minute. Hello, Timmy. How are you? What are you doing, Timmy? NPCs, there should have been option to be companions. I mean, the fact that Bethesda like went the route of we're going to have like actual companions, and then they're going to be tied to Constellation, right? And they're going to have intricate backstories and story and all that sort of stuff, right? And then we go the route of there also is going to be like kind of like pseudo companions that like will follow you and they'll have some basic storylines, but like nothing too, you know, nothing too groundbreaking. And then we have like these like companion lights where like it's basically a case of with companion lights, they're just essentially, you know, like the kind of the... Can you even ask the crew members? Hello there, Rob. Can you ask the, you know, like the outpost managers and weapon experts, can you ask them to follow you? Fallout game the same way Halo Wars did. There is a Fallout Tactics is that sort of game. Doesn't know how to make a new location, empty planet. He keeps reusing the locations. See, he does, but the weird thing is the actual hab itself looks very cool. And I'm going to be honest with you, like, again, like, I think the dude has, like, he's got talent, right? Like, I don't think he's... And it's weird, because I don't inherently think the dude is in it to scam people, per se. The Prince of Nigeria. That's fair, that's fair. No. Like, it's just, like... I know I'm in no position like to say this. Well, I'm in a position to say this as an opinion. I can say it, but like I do get the feeling that like it's just it like he shouldn't be making paid content at all. You know, like if you look at his stuff, it's very clear he's improved in like a lot of stuff, and I'm not going to deny that. Like he's he's done some interesting things, but like at the same time, it's like, bro, just go back to the drawing board. And it ultimately, like, it ultimately falls on Bethesda, you know? Like, Bethesda are the ones that allow people to do this. They allow people to make the paid mods. And, like, I kind of wish... Sorry, I'm just looking at this. Weird. Like, I just, yeah... Paid mod. Well, like, to be honest, that should have, in my opinion, that should have probably been, like, that should have been, like, number one on the list of, like, stuff that shouldn't have happened. Like, the mod author should have been kind of pulled up on that when they used AI. And then, like, just, like, completely mitigating, like, the armistice stuff. It's kind of like, really? Like, is that what we're doing, Bethesda? I'm not sure, Wiz, but we shall see when it happens. No, that's not what I wanted you to do. Trying to figure out like a good tab. Oh, tile. This is gonna be tricky. I like the gist of what's happening here. It's SpongeBob and I'm all good, negligent. Catch you later. See, there's two reasons for that, Hollow. The first one is that Watchtower purposely, or Kingath purposely charged lower than what it was realistically worth. Like, Watchtower could have easily been like a €20 DLC, in my opinion. But he opted to sell cheaper because, yeah, the dude knows business. Other creators are kind of just hoping, like, okay, if I, like, sell, like, because it's a mix of, like, people, like, ultimately not, like, they're not understanding, like, just because you take so many hours to make something doesn't mean it's going to be worth that, you know what I mean? Like, yes, like, realistically, some people's rates would be more if you were going to go the route of, but when it comes to, like, paid creations, it's like the usual stuff. It's like you're making a paid mod, like, cool. Is it a weapon mod? Okay, your weapon mod shouldn't be more than 300 credits per weapon, usually. What happened there? Why did you do that? Was that it there? Who's the free star companion you have for the Ranger's quest? You don't get a free star companion, to my knowledge. Why, are you supposed to get one? You think we will hear anything about Star? Well, there's some speculatory stuff that we might hear. We might get something. Now, what that something is, I have no fuck. What the hell? What that something is, I have no idea. There we go. That's what I do. Are they even? Are they? I don't know. Bum 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 bum. Here to join. Wait, who's awesome? Maybe okay. Maybe there is. I apologize. I'm not. Oh, okay. That is the. You are correct. You are correct. I forgot about her. Is there any companions aside from the constellation ones that have like quests or like deep stories? That's the one where her like sister's the smuggler, right? Yeah, okay, I know who it is now, yeah. I think it'd be easier, Tenebro, just listing what you did finish. I don't want to use that. All right, well, at least you did the good ones. Okay, that's what I want to do there. And we need a grab drive. With paid mods, I know what to look for. The new paid mod for if you're a new player fall into the trap. See, the thing is I will obviously I'll be kind of kicking it into overdrive to do the kind of the Fallout stuff. See, I think early on, my hope is that like if I cover enough videos or I cover enough of the new mods, that like players will kind of learn and stuff. But ultimately, it's always going to be a little bit risky because like that was one of my biggest fears with jumping into like doing paid mods on Skyrim. Was that I would call out a mod author who could be synonymous for being, you know, fucking the best thing since, you know, fucking sliced bread. And I would have made the awful thing of being like, yeah, this mod author's kind of questionable. People be like, the fuck are you talking about, questionable? This is the best mod author ever. And I'd be like, oh, okay, my bad. I didn't realize. Google the name of the UC Vanguard bird. Her name is Reyna when you've been here in the den. She's pretty cool. Same with is it fuck, what's the name of the pilot that like initially hates you? With the UC Vanguard, we should have 100% gotten Kaiser. The game needs more robots, to be honest with you. Oh shit, no, what did I just do? Whoops. Like, why there's not, you know, like... You kind of have to review Fallout mods. Seems Starfield mods slow down near zero. Yeah, that's fair. I will say, it seems to be doing well versus Vasco and a robot. Hello, Nova. I think that I like Vasco's funnier and more chill, but like Kaiser's the one I'd like want in combat, you know, like Vasco. I feel like Vasco's the sort of guy where like you'd get jumped and Vasco's like, what do you want me to do? Should we fight? And I'm like, yes, we should fucking fight, idiot. Whereas Kaiser's more like, oh, we're fighting, let's fucking go. Bum, bum, bum. Too big, it should be more compact. Well, considering there is a lot of robots. Alright, no, guys, have a good one. On Xbox. 2-beat. Wait, which one? The Ryujin Revolver? Like yeah. And again, like you would assume that Bethesda being, you know, Bethesda, that they would be, how do you say this? You would like assume that Bethesda would be the sort of company that like would be trying to like, you know, like protect the player, not the player, but like, you know, like keep like they'd be trying to he did fix it, which is nice of them, but it's still, yeah, like, yeah, like you basically think their brands too, but yeah, you would assume that they would be the ones that would be like, okay, we got to protect the consumer here and make sure that people aren't going to pull the wool over their eyes, because realistically it's the sort of, you know, it's the sort of thing where, again, you would think Bethesda care about their brand, and to be honest, with Starfield, I think it's up in the air. But with Fallout, it seems to be that they do care somewhat, you know. I need, oh shit, fuck, oh shit, oh shoot. Oh, I see the problem. That's not going to stop in the middle. So we need to... Need our little friend. Where is he? Where are you? Come here to me. I think if Bethesda 80 months fix the last update, they carry it. Yeah. Like like if they're not going to implement like a system that, you know, like a kind of a, what would you call it? If they're not going, oh no, don't do that. Oh, don't do that. No, are you fucking serious? Are you serious? No. All right, we got it connected back there. Okay, hold on now. Sorry, I was gonna say is like you would assume that if they're not going to go the route of having like an actual, you know, like a review system or whatever, or a comments system, at the very least they would have some sort of system in place to prevent, you know, players, or to prevent issues, you know, from players. Like sorry, no, like sorry, I don't fully converse, and I'm trying to figure out shit. Like, say for instance, like, you know, like a kind of a like a three strikes policy when it comes to paid mods and stuff, or like verified creators, if they put out a mod and they don't, you know, like there could be various reasons to why But if they don't like follow specific guidelines, like either their mod is broken or they didn't fully test it or stuff, refund. I mean, that is true. Duct tape is great. It can only hold so much together. I mean, duct tape will get the job done. Somewhat. Yeah, see, that's why, like, but realistically, if they made it that only verified like purchases counted. See, now I'm thinking like, sorry, ship related. So it's like, do I have one of these or do I like duplicate it and have like two? So I had like an idea to make like something that like looks a little bit, well, it looks funky. But now I'm like not really sure. Cockpit. I mean, they have a Tayo Hab cockpit upside down. But I think it's just gonna be like one of those oh my fucking god, that looks a bit. Gonna be one of those situations where maybe they'll change. Is there a reason you're making a fish? It's not meant to be a fish. it's I don't know. I like this like engine pattern. I'm trying to like do an engine on the top. But I'm like not very sure how to. I don't think so. I think it's just Bethesda currently are just kind of closing their eyes and putting their ears or their fingers in their ears and just like hoping to baby Jesus that like anything that ends up causing problems is so minor that ultimately, you know, like it's not going to be anything to worry about. And for the most part, it hasn't been too bad, you know, like there's been a few issues with like people, you know, like PropTech using the AI thing. But yeah, it hasn't been extremely bad yet. Umbilicals, duct tape rules. Too hard to get a grip on wet holes. Yeah, duct tape's pretty fucking good. Then they have, isn't there like, there's like a special variant of duct tape too? There's like, what is it called? There's like a no, it's like, is it air tape? It's like they use it for like aircraft and stuff, and it looks really fucking cool. So that. Oh, the live one. Oh, for fuck's sake. All right, Wiz, have a good one. God damn it. Thank you for letting me know, Nova. Well, at least that tells me that, oh, there's going to be fucking speculations out the wazoo. People are like, oh my god, we're going to get content. It's like, no, we're not going to get content. Well, we might get content, but probably not. Didn't miss too much, just building a ship. So when is it? Is it no content at all, Nova, till next week? Or are they going to, like, are they going to try and like, release Thursday? Look at the black tape. Nothing until now. God damn it. Does anyone know when does the Fallout stuff come out? Is it Tuesday as well? Or is it a different day? Eh. You missed the Wednesday. Oh, Wednesday's interesting. Okay, cool. So then, and then Skyrim's Thursday. All right. So Bethesda just need to release 4 more games, game studios doing games, and then, like, you know, we're good to go. What is that? What's the issue here? Landing bay must be connected to the... Motherfucker, it is! What do you mean? What are they doing to Skyrim again? Oh, they're not doing anything to Skyrim. They're just landing bay needs to be connected to the cockpit. It is. It fucking is, game. What's going on here? Oh my... All right, let me just keep working until we can fix this. Doc. Good news, Steam had a Black Friday sale. Very nice. I have stopped buying stuff on the Steam sale just because I tend to... I don't play my PC as much. Alright, so what is the issue? The issue here is what? Landing bay Docker needs to reach an it does? I do not understand. Hello, Baby Drain. How goes it? What the fuck is going on? Landing bay needs to be connected to the cockpit. It is. All right, we're doing another landing bay. Oh, is this one of those instances where I was used the wrong landing bay? Oh, I don't think so. I mean, it's connected to the cockpit. Oh, I used the wrong fucking cockpit. That would be why. You know, there's a little offset piece above the... Have you got one of those? I don't think so. I think I was using the wrong... This is the one I was supposed to be using. Now we're good. Now we're good. There we go. Fixed it. Professional. Alright, we just need engines and a fuel tank. Now for the engines, we do not need to worry because... I have the thing. Fuel tanks. Fuel tanks. Need some fuel. Quasimodo. Well, that's not what I was going for, but thank you. Just try to like see how I can like manage to do a some of us are holding out hope, some more than others. Why didn't they have artifacts in space? That's a very good question. You could ponder that question for eons and never find an answer. Now. So what color is this? I mean, I'm really hoping that the overhaul to like if they're gonna be adding the whole like, oh, we're gonna go to, you know, we're gonna be able to fly around in space. I'm really hoping that if they're going that route, of, you know, like we're gonna be able to travel through space, that they're going to hopefully make it so that like there's something out there in space. Would be beneficial. Like, make the official Chunks corporate ship. Oh god. Supposedly there's a Chunk ship. I've never found it. I think it doesn't exist, but apparently it does. What engine I use? B-class? Reactor, I think I use... Now I have that fucking song stuck in my head. Has anyone seen the version of that? I Need a Hero, but it's put over the Elder Scrolls Online live, or the Elder Scrolls. No, I could never find it. That was like, that's my white whale. I even tried spawning it in console commands, couldn't find it. Yeah. I don't know if I like the landing gear being there. Feel like them, like, oh yeah, they're not connected. We need to do something to connect them. About the Separate Ways video from the ESO trailer. Is that the one where they're it's the high isle one where the three heroes are fighting the big ass knight? That's such a cool fucking cinematic. Elder Scrolls, like, how Elder Scrolls Online does amazing cinematics, and it's like, why doesn't that team come over and do cinematics for other, like, I'd love to see more fucking, you know, Fallout and Elder Scrolls, like Skyrim and Starfield cinematics, but instead we kind of have to rely on fan, like the series. I don't know if it's done yet, but there's like the Battle of Helios 1, where it's like the Brotherhood of Steel versus the NCR. It's such a cool little trailer, or like a cinematic. Right, where are we? I do different landing gear. I feel like I need different landing gear. Bum, 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 bum. Just, it doesn't strike me as like, I feel like this thing we need wings. Well, the thing is with that Havoc is we don't really know how much of Starfield's storyline kind of follows follows real world kind of stuff, you know? Like, Plus, it's what is it like? Go back to my. All right, Michael, have a good one. Catch you later. The theme of this ship is engine on the top, and honestly, it's looking fucking rough. It is looking rough. Yeah, I do agree though. Like, I feel like I realized that they had to kind of just leave Earth to, you know, to its own devices for reasons, which is like fair enough. But I feel like they could have did like something to kind of, you know, make it a little bit more. We need like something wider, like really wide. Oh, can I? Maybe. Really spread these pieces all over the place. Probably prevent them from getting them all together. Too much power. It goes way beyond the core die. If that ship explodes, what do you mean ship won't explode? This vessel's built very well. You've never seen such a vessel for impervious stuff. Alright, we're in the fucking realm of Star Wars now, ladies and gentlemen. Not that there's anything wrong with Star Wars, but... well, she's fucking something else, I tell you what. Bum, 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 bum. Who sits on a throne of lies? Oh no, I didn't say there was anything wrong with Star Wars. But I try not to make my ships look Star Warsy. I like Star Wars. Well, some of it, Baby Drain, you have to kind of equate to just gameplay reasons or time constraints. And then obviously there's some where it's just down to reasons. How does... I think it would have also been cool if you could have convinced your companions to like grab the artifacts. Like, imagine you could have let Sarah grab an artifact, and like that should have been like, I think it would have been a very cool part of the storyline if like you could opt to kind of, you got to decide who becomes Starborn, you know, like who gets the powers. Hello there. Welcome. Like the emissary. Well, not necessarily like the emissary. More so like it. I mean, yes, like the emissary, but like it's like you had the option. Like you could make Sarah Starborn. You could make, you could give them all the powers, and it could kind of lead to like like think Mass Effect situation where like you could completely alienate certain members of like Constellation, and there could be that whole turmoil. Like imagine if, let's say for instance, you were only making like Sam and Andreja, and like let's say like Sarah might get pissed off and she could like kick you out, or like Walter could get pissed off and could just straight leave. I mean, not that expensive. They are expensive, don't get me wrong, but they're not like... Bringing in another Sarah. Oh God. Well, you would see, you would assume that like all of this would have been done like at the start, so you wouldn't have to like necessarily worry about like the cost, because that would be the whole point of it. I don't know, like I think once you kind of like learn about Walter, he doesn't really give like evil villain vibes necessarily. Like he doesn't like he doesn't give bad vibes either. But yeah, you go back far enough in the universes and you will come across asshole Walter. Got a face. It's not meant to. It's just meant to be a ship. I need to figure out I'm going to put legs on it now. I like these legs, but... Ooh, ooh, ooh. Error. Ooh. Can someone please let us... Can someone please let us flip this piece? I think a year delay could have been a benefit. Not really. I think that, live an hour later. Welcome, Dar. Thank you. welcome. Glad you enjoy the content. I think the thing is with Bethesda and Starfield, I think it's more to do with, is it fuel tanks? I mean, it's more to do with the fact that they came in with ideas, right? And those ideas weren't as how would you say, they weren't as beneficial. Like they see, like they all like what I said yesterday. You don't want to make a game that caters to everybody, right? And you ultimately want to have a vision, and Bethesda clearly had a vision of what Starfield is. But I feel like they should have been more receptive. Like that first initial kind of like 6 months of it launching, they should have been like, Shattered Space already been made, but they should have been looking and like thinking like, okay, what is it players are like wanting? Like what are they, what are they modding? What are they doing? All this sort of stuff. And then they should have kind of adapted to all of that, but kind of ultimately it turned into nothing, Is it good? That's what I mean. They wanted to make it. They definitely did want to do it. Does that look good on the back? See, now I'm like thinking, I don't know. Like they wanted to make it, and like I think for the most part they did like a good job with it. Like I see what they're, I see the design philosophy, I see all this sort of stuff, but I feel like after Shattered Space came out, like people didn't Shattered Space wasn't received very well, which to be honest is a bit of a weird one, because like I thought Shattered Space was okay. Like I think the only real thing that caused issue with Shattered Space, in my opinion, was how the story ended and lack of ship parts. Like that's pretty much it. That being said, like Bethesda themselves could have, if they like were actively listening and paying attention, they could have like, on the fly remedied a lot of that. Like, okay, like the players liked Shattered Space, they liked that everything was really close together, but they didn't like the ending, they didn't like, because it was always going to be risky, and I applaud Bethesda for trying, but it'd be like, Varun are the bad guys, like, for the most part, and not everyone likes to play as the bad guy, especially when you play as the bad guys and it's like you're realizing that these guys are fucking lunatics, and there's a level of role play there, and I enjoyed it. Like I actually thoroughly enjoyed going the route of that bothers me. I enjoyed going the kind of, like the whole route of like, oh, we're the people, but I just, I feel like that they could have went about it a little bit different. Hey, now you kind of genocided the galaxy because your god told you to, okay? You're not the fucking good guys, okay? Let's put it that way. I mean, you could argue that no one's the good guys, obviously. See, now the cockpit position is going to bother me. I did see that. I hopefully will do a review of it. I'm just hoping it's not like too tricky to review. A lot of time was spent on shipbuilding, but they kind of just doubled down and like opted away from like making ships and stuff, which like annoys me because, again, it could have been like way cooler, I know that sounds. Some were really offended that you had to join the religion to proceed the missions. And again, that's exactly like Nuka World. Like, I feel like if Nuka World was the first DLC to come out from Fallout 4, a lot of people would have been like, really? This is not my kind of thing. That's fair. Like, we can agree on that. But yeah, like, I feel like, I do feel like Bethesda should have, like, either made, like, House Varun shouldn't have been, like, straight away. It should have been, shared space should have been something that builds over the course of like a couple of years. It should have went Unity first. There should have been, you know, like Unity sort of DLC. And then like after the Unity DLC, they should have just kind of like, okay, like what's next? What's after that? And then kind of go from there. But obviously they didn't go that way. They went to kind of a different route. And again, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just, yeah, a lot of people don't like playing the bad guys. Unless it's Arc Raiders, then everyone fucking plays the bad guys. They need a better landing gear. As people saw the secret stuff. As the people saw the secret stuff, Bethesda showed them if they told Bethesda to hit the gas in the shipbuilding stuff. I've heard it got a lot more toxic. I haven't noticed it personally. A lot of people have been kind of saying that, like, oh, Arc Raiders is, you know, getting, like, you know, they stand the other. I haven't. But then saying that, you will always get assholes. I've had a few assholes that are like, it's like, really? Really, do you need to be an asshole? But then I've also had, like, other instances of people that aren't assholes. What? What do you mean, maybe? Oh, okay, I've seen what you... Okay, the initial... Are we gonna put our weapons on this bad boy? But we shall see, because I think obviously a lot of people we're all a bit angry at Bethesda for like their lack of kind of communication and stuff. Oh, thank you, LeBron. Don't worry, LeBron. I will get to it. I'm gonna be so blown away when I jump in. I'm like, holy shit. An update comes out for site, because there is it. I feel like I asked this multiple times. Is it Witcher that's getting a new update, new DLC, or is it Cyberpunk? Oh, it's The Witcher. Okay, I mean that's cool though. The Witcher's getting new content, which is very cool. Actually, ooh, interesting. The a Colony War DLC would be very, very, very cool, and I hope at some point we do get to see it. I think everyone kind of thinks that the UC Vanguard quest line is more compelling than the It seems like, again, I feel like with the thing is like with the whole Unity thing, I feel like there's more to it. Like there's stuff that they like maybe decided against doing initially, you know. Oh, you need to, LeBron. It's really fucking good. Very good. Kind of. What the fuck is this? We should have got a Chimera. See, Bethesda have never really opted to do that, and I think it would be very risky. Because I feel it's like the voice protagonist, though. Like, some people would probably really like it, but it's not something you expect when you play a Bethesda game. A rep system would have been very cool. I will agree 100% to that. Like, I feel like there 110% should have been, there should have been like how do I say this? There should have been like a kind of a system where like you can level up your faction ranking, reputation, and then you can use that reputation like to unlock gear, because there's a lot of gear. Like, it's like I always mention this every so often, but like you look back at like all of the various gear, like for like for Starfield, all of the the weapons, the armor and stuff, and there's basically like instances of there's basically like instances of like so many armors that like ultimately you'll never get to fiddle with because reasons, which is really annoying. All right, let's see what this. Like, there's so many UC armor, like Crimson Fleet armor. It's like you need mods to basically get all those cool armors. Well, she looks interesting. Very interesting. Oh, did they ever buff the gourmet skills? Nope. The gourmet skills are still pretty poopy. Why is my game stuttering? Pick off. I have no fucking idea. I just noticed that myself. It might be the parts, but I don't know. I'm going to be uninstalling and reinstalling Starfield. Uh-oh. Oh. Hey, Matt. Yo, engine. Why are we going down? Engine, what the fuck? Why my engine's not working? Here, we got it. We got it. Oh my god. What the fuck is going on? Kind of rude. like how this ship turned out, you know? A bit funky, but I have no idea why my ship is flying that way though. Like we're going like sideways. Did I like
Clear spacer contacts. Well, you're all right in our book. Take care, stranger.
Take care, stranger. Yeah, some nice little pictures of it. I just want to take a picture. Alright, I'm gonna... It's a Jetson car. I got a call for tonight, guys. I will catch you guys Tuesday. Not sure what it'll be Tuesday. It'll probably be Fallout. I kind of want to do a Fallout survival playthrough. But I will catch you guys Tuesday. Have a good rest of your evening. And I will... on day/night. Bye-bye.